All right. Good morning. I think we're live. My name is Dan. I was a market maker for about 15 years at one of the major index firms. And obviously, this is my colleague Matt here at Vol Signals.
And I'm Matt. I was worked on the bank side and also at a market maker for close to 30 years.
Yes, long time. And obviously, we shared a common interest. We connected actually around 2020, just before 2020, actually, and already had a common interest with respect to order flow. So, as market makers, we have to hold and hedge some big positions sometimes. When you guys, as customers, trade, you don't often wind up trading against each other. We wind up with big imbalances that sometimes need hedging and need management, obviously. In my capacity, we dealt with a lot of short-term flows and a lot of kind of tighter hedging. Matt, I think, probably managed some bigger positions there.
Yep.
Knows a-
Yeah, the way that we manage things on the bank side a little bit different than the market making side, a little more tolerance and a little less, little longer term horizon.
but still fair.
Yeah.
You still have to hedge your positions, right? You don't hedge
Oh,
against
yeah.
the customer. You still have to hedge against yourself. The idea is obviously the business is not really about taking these big one-off concentrated bets. You have to hedge not because you want to or don't want to, or because you have a view or not. You're trying to minimize your position's variance. The whole point is that you're going to make money trading and market making, and in doing so, the hedging is what allows you to keep your money. And so we know from our experience that this hedging in and of itself creates market influence. There's no magic solve that says, as market makers, you don't need to go to the market to transact. When you buy and sell the underlying, that has an impact just like any other flow out there. The tool that we use to do this is called VS3D. Matt, you want to explain a little bit about what it is?
Yeah. I mean, VS3D to basically, we build the entire S&P position and we show who holds. Not only do we show the open interest at each strike, but we show who holds the open interest. That's very key. A lot of other models, some of our competitors, they don't show who holds it in an accurate way. We ingest the whole position. We show who holds all the open interest. In addition to that, we build gamma and charm gradients to show how how gamma and charm evolve over each day at different spot levels. Very powerful. So the gamma and charm will show you where you can expect the market. It gives you clues about the speed of the market, and charm gives you clues about the direction of the market.
Yeah, exactly. I think one important point there is that it's not just open interest, right? So the open interest models that people have out there, a lot of the things that people do, it's very convenient for somebody to sell it that way, but it's really not sincere. When you take the open interest and you map assumptions to it, you get a lot of noise. You just get a random variable in the end. Well, not so random. You get an open interest that's scaled by some metric. It's not really actionable. You need to actually know what the position is. So to know what the position is, you have to pay for the right data, which of course we do. I like to say sometimes we know where the bodies are buried. That's the first step. Unless you have the position correct, everything else downstream of that relies on that, right? And so getting the position is the first step. Modeling the gamma tells you something about the market itself. I believe Matt was at a bank where it became obvious to me too that a lot of the banks were starting to do this type of work internally at a greater capacity. Obviously, there's a big hole in the retail space where the tools that are out there don't meet the standards I would consider for accuracy to be viable
Correct.
or tradable. And we're trying to do something a little more precise. So the whole premise, every day there's a prescription in the position. If you think about what the option is for the hedger, it's a code for the hedging model in a very real way. You don't need to know precisely what every single entity is doing. You just have to have a generalized understanding of what the position is and what it says overall. Because at the end of the day, this has to be hedged. That's part of the business model of market making. And so we look at this every single day in our morning meetings in VS Pro. If you guys want the data yourself, I highly suggest taking a 7-day trial. Just go to the website, volsignals.com/volsignals. We've been doing in-house onboarding. So Matt and I get on calls every single day with people because we want you to understand this entire tool. So, but as far as day-to-day trading, how do you use it? How do you interpret it? That is VS Pro. So every day we'll start doing these pre-meetings as well to kind of give you guys an introduction to the tool. and also an introduction to how we get our view. The point is these positions tell you something. They're going to evolve into an influence that creates buying or selling pressure. It's going to create support, and sometimes it does create direction. You can see here, today doesn't really have a strong directional signal, as you can tell by the blacked out gradient here. And we're going to have the similar type of behavior to expect on a rally if we do get a rally where gamma just continues to increase. We get this, we call it a call wall sometimes, where it looks like price flattens out as we rally. So it feels like Groundhog Day. That's because it kind of is with respect to positions being structurally the same for some time now. Don't think that will last much longer, but today on the call, in just a few minutes, we'll talk about the key levels that the positions give us, as well as what to expect if we break out of those levels, which we are exploring right now, obviously with the index up $25 pre-market, as well as what the base case should be if we fail to break out of these ranges. Let's see here. Cool. So if you guys are interested, check out VS Pro. We have our meetings in about 10 minutes. You can sign up at the website, and then from there, we go into our view as well as sometimes a recap of yesterday. So thank you guys, and see you soon.
See you soon.